You've made your choice.
Avada Kedavra!
Handy resource indeed, your field.
Must be some other way there. I might spend all night around. Oh, I can fly here.
Revelio.
Said monsters. Oh.
Not a one of them deserves more than a
Aloha Mora.
That. It's good that he's not there, because I need to go in there.
Revelio.
Let's get the damn guys here.
The loveliest of them all, and I don't say things I don't mean.
Thank you. Attention, I've been advised that various members of staff would like to organize a social gathering. I have no objection to this and shall leave it to those inclined to fraternize, ensuring that such activities fall outside of school hours, of course, and that nothing so jovial as to disrupt my concentration should occur. Likely I shall be busy on the date, but will review the invitation when received. I recognize that my absence will mar the engagement. Also, 1/2 of an hour should be sufficient, and please be mindful that any sort of musical presence would be strictly prohibited. Phineas Nigelus Black, Headmaster. P.S. No confectionery shall be served, lest they attract a stray rat or neasel. Also, please try to limit the number involved in this frivolity to 4.
Revelio.
Boggart Closet. This old cupboard is said to have once contained a powerful boggart that 5 professors working together could barely repel as it shifted among Werewolf Tornado, a plate of haggis, a Hungarian hortail, and someone's mother-in-law.
Sometime in the fresh air would do wonders for you, if it's not too late.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
I need to stay all night. Can collect it. It's ours. How many do we need now? 13. What a number.
Revelio.
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said.
What a lovely stone. Lovely indeed. Classroom.
I've always said that travel.
The lock.
Revelio.
It might be level 3. No.
Aloha Mora.
Perfect.
Revelio.
Dear Dinah, I know you are disappointed as any regarding the cancellation of this year's Quidditch season. Despite my repeated efforts, I cannot seem to convince the headmaster to reverse his decision, even if it were for a shorter period of time. Might I impose upon you to reach out to him? It occurred to me that perhaps hearing from someone from his school years, someone alongside whom he may have once cheered for a match or two, well, I thought it could possibly sway him. Yours gratefully, Chio.
Revelio.
We are getting full with the items. Level 3. And that's level 3 also. We all have to get back here, so need to keep a note of that place. Good evening, Professor. You didn't see me there.
Revelio.
This is all that you saw there. Welcome.
Joy to be in the presence of such arrogance.
Okay. Let's just get to the... There's still 6 of them in the castle. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Cool. These are almost done.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Thank you. You have something
I'd
for
like
me?
to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Ah,
Actually,
okay.
perhaps another time.
I think we have the mood that we want to have in here. Let's see what else we can brew here. I think we are pretty stacked on the potions now. We can well, we can't. Others we can't. Yeah, we are pretty full on everything. Can I pick it up or not? Ah, there it is. Okay, then we can start moving towards some quests. Let's have a look at some animals, or the beasts, I mean. There's the food, so we don't need to feed them anymore, I think. Yeah. Some cooldown. Some additional moonstones. Always good. Especially that it seems that the things here cost quite a lot. They're so cute. Yeah, let's let them have some fun here. We're gonna see what we can do. Adelaide Oaks seems worried about someone. Can attend astronomy class. And then talk to Sophronia. Then go to Adelaide. Do that.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
So what can astronomy lesson give us? I think we've seen some stone tables which had like the signs, the zodiac signs on them. So maybe that could be some additional thing
Handy
to do.
resource indeed, your field guide.
Let's see.
I'm most pleased to be included.
Ally and friend.
Okay.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
You see, my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
Well, it's never good with goblins
I think
involved.
you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Yeah, can look into
I take
that.
it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5.
So many
Uncle
that
Roland's
lost their
looked after me
parents.
for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
She's living with Uncle. Sebastian's living with Uncle.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook.
Gobbledygook.
But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
Maybe one day.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping. Notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
Sure. Solar system model. I didn't notice that, I think, earlier.
Revelio.
How do you start class? So, here's the class.
What are you up to now?
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos
Just
charted
wanted
out
to
on your
say
walls or
that.
at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Nice. These are cold.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Okay. Is that a Milky Way?
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Oh, hello. I'm Amit. We met in potions class. I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
I can't do that, Amit. You might need it.
No, really, you can. And I won't. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have.
Not really.
It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it.
Okay.
I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
There's the telescope. How do we get down?
The constellations are beautiful.
Amazing.
I'm not sure they're worth dying of a cold for, but they are beautiful.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
I think we can learn quite a lot.
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Ugh, not how I wanted to spend my evening.
Amit thinks he knows everything. Even told me he can speak gobbledygook. Sounded like gibberish to me.
Well, maybe he can.
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the Highlands. Perhaps that's what Professor Shah was talking about.
Maybe.
Try to put off my stargazing.
Let's go down, pick up the telescope from Amid.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
Oh. Maybe he's not very engaged with those lessons.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Doesn't like astrology then.
Revelio.
Amid then.
perfect
A
night
meat.
for...
Sorry, a meat.
Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yeah.
Yes, what is it?
It wasn't
You
the
remember
free
those astronomy
telescope.
tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
Ah, I had a feeling there would be a catch to that telescope.
No. I certainly wasn't trying to bribe you or anything. But, are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
All right, I suppose I can go with you. I hope it's worth it.
It will be. Trust me, I have read practically everything there is to read about this. It should be brilliant.
That's
Shall
what
we?
scares me.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
Are these blue things here?
Incendio! A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about. Revelio!
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy
There it is.
as I expected.
Confringo! Incendio! Revelio!
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
There's a
Not
table.
this close to school, I mean.
I think you should do the honors. Go on, try it out.
Some Ron's vibe from him about spiders and stuff. Whoa.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Yeah, I see it. Is this what I'm looking at?
As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be
I
able to fill
can
out our
rotate
star
it.
chart.
There we go. It's a... oh, Lyra.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
See you soon.
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river.
Brockborough.
Never.
Can go to Brockborough. That... yeah, that's where we have to meet Natty. Where's Brockborough though? Is that Brockborough? That's Upper Hawksfield. Where is Brockborough? It's Arnshire. Natty After Dark. Tale of Roland Oaks. Might be there, but we still had some... what was this? Once again, sorry. There was a moon. Oh, that's the astronomy table. Okay. Had some quests. First one. Let's go there first. It's
How
here.
nice to see you, my young friend.
That's her.
Going for a swim?
Goodness, no. Though I'm beginning to think I really should learn how to swim. Can't very well be liaison to the Merpeople if I don't know how to swim.
You're a liaison to the Merpeople?
Well, not technically, no. At least not yet. The position doesn't actually exist at the moment, but I have a plan to change that. I'm Nerida, by the way. Nerida Roberts. We didn't officially meet, but we dueled in the Crossed Wands Club.
Yes, of course. Good to see you again.
And you.
You seem quite interested in Merpeople.
I am. And they're as misunderstood and disregarded by wizard kind as goblins and centaurs are. I feel that if goblins and centaurs have liaison officers at the Ministry, then the Merpeople should have one too.
I'm impressed. I think reaching out to the Merpeople is a grand idea.
You do? Oh, thank you. Of course I haven't exactly done anything just yet. I presented them with a gift a few weeks ago, and they wanted to leave me one as well, in one of their caves. Reciprocity and an offer to visit. I tried telling them I couldn't swim, but I'm afraid that bit got lost in translation. Mermish really is tricky.
What is it about the Merpeople that interests you so much?
I can't begin to tell you how brilliant they are. I mean, rumor is that tales about them have infiltrated even the Muggle world. The oldest known Merpeople, Sirens, come from Greece. And of course Scotland has Selkies and Ireland is home to Merrows. I could go on for ages about them. Their glorious underwater communities, domestication of sea life, their art and music. It's a travesty how little is understood about them.
What do you imagine a liaison to
She's
the
blinking
Merpeople would
there
do?
in the back.
Oh, so many things. I want to know everything I can about them. After I've mastered swimming, I perfect my Mermish, of course, and I'd share with them anything they wanted to know about wizard kind. My hope is that by understanding each other better, both of our societies could grow.
Can they though?
How has wizard kind fallen short in its treatment of Merpeople?
Well, we've consistently deigned Merpeople as being beneath us despite the many similarities between our cultures. One can hardly blame them for declining being status by the Ministry years ago. Who are we to classify those of such beauty and intelligence?
Well, I can swim and could help you if you'd like.
You'd really do that? Oh, thank you! Thank you, thank you! The last thing I want is for them to think I'd shunned their gift. Diplomacy is a delicate dance. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can dive down to their cave from just there in the water.
Just where?
I can't
Revelio.
wait to hear about what you find. One day soon, I'll see for myself. I just know it.
We're supposed to dive.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Didn't see any place where I could dive.
I'd sink like a stone.
There, maybe. Yeah, there's something. Let's try.
Look at this place. Did the Merpeople really leave Nerida an artifact?
Okay.
Revelio. Confringo.
Let's Flipendo, Resto Momentum. This we don't have yet. Maybe a potion. Or glacis. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so you need to bring those guys.
Incendio. Confringo. Flipendo. Confringo. Confringo. Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Flipendo. Confringo.
Where were the doors?
Now for the rest of you. Lumos.
One more. Oh, turn away from the door. It's really a gift.
What do we have in here then? Nerida will be happy about this.
Mermish artifact. Okay. There is something indeed. Hello. Back.
Your gift from the Merpeople was exactly where they said it would be.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I was so worried I'd left it too long and they'd seen it as a slight. Our relationship with them is already so tenuous.
It can be a jerk.
And I'm glad we helped to foster some healthy diplomatic relations.
Merlin's beard. It's marvelous. I'm going to show it to everyone, including the Ministry. Should I hand deliver it or send by owl? Thank you again so much. You may have just helped improve relations between wizard kind and merpeople for decades to come. I can't wait to study this.
Do they have any impact though? Mermish Liaison uniform. I got something for that. With one field guide page left somewhere in that place. Collection chests and pages. No quests here. There's a quest in here.
It didn't bother me, I swear.
Good.
Revelio.
I'm sure they likely hadn't heard the house called, that's all. Or they did.
You're hearing something here. Upstairs. Ah.
Aloha, Mora. Revelio.
Dark Tower Cell. It is said that centuries ago a charms professor kept a troll here on which students could practice particularly challenging spells. Shocking, to be sure, but perhaps unsurprising during a time when Quidditch involved the use of life's midgets. One can only wonder what it may be used for in the future. Wow. Interesting.
Revelio.
Let's find her.